It's the PFL Europe playoffs.
Whoa! What a stoppage!
The battle started in Newcastle, England this past March.
Another right. What a knockout!
And our fighters set the MMA world on fire.
She's got it! Also to the chin! Wow! So impressive! That's tight! He's out!
What a finish from Simeon Powell!
Then it was on to Berlin.
Wow! What a finish by Ali Taleb! Oh, there it is! What a left hand! By Louis McGrillen!
From Paris, France, from over 10 countries, 4 weight classes. And the biggest signing from the sport of kickboxing makes his exclusive PFL MMA premiere. 2-time world champion Cedric Doumbé.
I'm the best MMA fighter in the world. I want to make history. That's why I'm here.
Hang on. We're about to light up Paris, France. It's time for the PFL Europe playoffs.
Welcome, fight fans, to the City of Lights. We are in Paris for the weigh-ins for a PFL Europe playoff semifinal. The stakes only get higher here in Paris. I'm Sean O'Connell, and I am joined here in PFL Europe by the legends, Dan Hardy, and of course the skyscraper himself, Stefan Struve. Dan, this is the beginning of something really, really special in the PFL. PFL Europe is the first of many regional leagues in the Professional Fighters League, truly taking this thing global.
I just love it. I mean, this is our very first playoff event. It's our first year. All of these fighters are on a very privileged path to be the very first PFL Europe champion. And that would drive me, it would drive you as fighters. I mean, you know, to get that gold belt around your waist, a bit of money in your pocket as well, is a wonderful thing. But this atmosphere and those fans tomorrow night are going to be incredible.
Well, he said the word path. There's a path now in the sport of mixed martial arts that has never existed before. Think of it as the Champions League of MMA. Now there's a way for you to get to the global season. And here's how our season works. 8 fighters in each division, 4 different divisions. 1 regular season fight leads to a playoff semifinal. The winner of the semifinal, of course, qualifies for our championship fights. $100,000 and a beautiful gold belt to the champion in each of our divisions. Those fights will be contested in Dublin. Here's the way our brackets look right now. We'll start in everyone's favorite weight class, light heavyweight. Simeon Powell, Daniel Ladero in one semifinal, Jacob Neto, and the local favorite, Anthony Salomon, our first French fighter on the card tonight. Women's flyweight, the playoff bracket looks like this. Dakota Ditcheva, Cornelia Holm in a striker versus grappler battle. Valentina Skatidze has already advanced on walkover because her opponent failed to make weight. So she will fight for a championship and $100,000 in Dublin. In the bantamweight playoff bracket, some phenomenal matchup. Mokhtar Benkassi's back in against Franz Malambo, Khurshid Kokorov, and Ali Taleb. Those guys were talking trash in Newcastle. That should have some fireworks, maybe even at the weigh-ins tonight. And our lightweight playoff break looks like this. Hasim Dahoish and John Mitchell, Dylan Tuke, Jakub Kashuba. Of course, 2 Irishmen could potentially meet up in the championship in Dublin. But wait, there's more. Here's our PFL showcase card. Some huge names at the top. Cedric Doumbé, now a 2-sport star after a long and successful career in kickboxing. He'll take on Jordan Zebo. And the Lazy King looks to reign over the welterweight division. Abduragimov and Brad Wheeler squaring off. All right, I want to start with Cedric Doumbé because as soon as this man was announced for the Paris card, the tickets started flying off the shelf.
I have never seen a fighter generate this much interest on their own. I mean, there are very, very few combat sports stars generally that can generate this kind of interest. But you've got to think, Cedric Doumbé is 31 years old, 75-7 as a kickboxer, a legendary striker. Now he's crossed over to mixed martial arts. He's 4-0 undefeated. But everyone knows that he's at the very beginning of something special, and that's what everybody is here on this journey to witness. Is Cedric Doumbé going to stay undefeated against a very, very tough Jordan Zebo, who's also got that undefeated record?
Yeah, Doumbé is an absolute stud. He wanted a new challenge because in kickboxing, he was pretty much done. He obliterated everybody they put in front of him, so he was like, I want to do something new. Let's try MMA.
Well, as formidable as he is in the striking arts, let's talk about a co-main event featuring the Lazy King because he is a grappler of the highest order.
Yeah, Sean, as you say, grappler of the highest order. He won his last 6 fights. He finished 5 of those fights by submission. All of them were different submissions: a knee bar, a Bravo choke, an arm triangle, an inverted triangle choke. And the list goes on and on. This man can do it all. I can't wait to see what he has in store for us tomorrow night.
And maybe the coolest nickname in the sport, the Lazy King.
The Lazy King. You're going to bow to him, aren't you, Sean? I know it.
I'm pretty lazy, so that makes him my king.
He's a fantastic addition to the PFL. A dominant grappler, very strong top position, but has also got that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu infusion with it. So he's got all of those submissions to stitch onto the end of that wrestling dominance. A really, really good addition to the roster.
So phenomenal showcase bouts to finish our night in the co-main and the main event. But of course, it's all about the pursuit of a PFL Europe championship. Let's talk about some of the rising stars who are looking not only to earn the championship and the $100,000, but maybe a spot in the future on the global roster. Let's start with a Brit, Simeon Powell. He's 6'5", he's long, he's rangy, but he also showed us some grappling skills. He's a force at 205.
He really is, and I think now his confidence is coming to back up the physicality and the technical ability that he brings to the smart cage. I mean, you can see how tall and rangy he is. He's a lethal striker, but when we saw him against Armenia in Newcastle, he was able to take his opponent down, ground him, dominate him on the floor with good heavy strikes, and then when the opportunity was there, he took that beautiful arm triangle and put his opponent to sleep. And I think now he's proved to himself that he's got that ground game as well. His confidence is on an all-time high. He's coming for the belt and nothing less.
So a special performance from Simeon Powell in Newcastle, and it was almost like Dakota Ditcheva said, anything you can do, I can do better, because she's a striking specialist who also showed off her grappling skills.
Yeah, world-class striker, and very scary thought for her opponents, because she took her opponent down in the last fight and submitted her. Very aggressive striking style. She doesn't play it easy. She wants a finish in every single fight. She goes to ATT to do a full camp there and to work fully on her wrestling. In my opinion, she's got everything to be the face of women's MMA for years to come.
Yeah, she's a British sweetheart outside of the cage, but
Yes.
when she's in there, it is all business. Really, really nasty stuff. All right, it's time to get these fighters to the scale and weighing in. Dan's going to be part of our broadcast team tomorrow night, but right now you got to wear the other hat. He's our director of fighter operations over here in PFL Europe, so up to the scale with you, please. We'll send Dan to the stage and the scale with our ring girls, and we'll get the first fight weighed in. This will be a showcase bout in the women's flyweight division. Chanel Dyer, Luisa Fernandez Cifuentes. And we welcome in the voice of Professional Fighters League action, globally and here in Europe, Andy Shepard.
Thank you, Sean. Yeah, bonjour and welcome everyone here to Paris, France, where tomorrow night a sell-out crowd will witness the first ever PFL Europe playoffs. Who will earn their place in December's championship? We're going to find out in just 24 hours' time. But we start tomorrow night's card with a special showcase bout. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner from Bogota, Colombia, Luisa Cifuentes.
Cifuentes made the long journey all the way from Colombia, our only Colombian fighter on the card, Stefan.
Yeah, she has a great striking style. She got 3 knockouts in her last 4 fights, one of which was with a beautiful body kick. I can't wait to see how she matches
Official weight,
Chanel Dyer.
126 pounds. And in the red corner, fighting out of London, England, Chanel Dyer.
If you've been paying attention to the local London mixed martial arts scene, you've been hearing this woman's name for years.
Official weight, 125.4 pounds.
Extensive amateur record, now early in her pro career.
Yeah, she sets an incredible pace. She got 2 knockout wins in her career so far. One was with a beautiful spinning back fist. I can't wait to see how these ladies match up tomorrow night.
That fight will open the action at Zenith Arena here in Paris. Showcase feature at 125 pounds. And from there, we'll move right into our PFL Europe semifinals. This one at lightweight between John Mitchell and Haysim de Hoysh. These men are chasing a spot in the Dublin final. And you know what's going to be at stake in that Dublin final, Stefan? It's not just $100,000. It's also a beautiful gold belt, which is making its television debut. No one has ever set eyes on our PFL Europe belt until now. We have it right here at the weigh-ins with our lovely ring girl, Casey. Can I get a drum roll? Do we need a drum roll? Look at that thing.
If 100K wasn't enough, you would do it just for that.
I had a chance to hold that thing.
I know, Sean. I know.
Wrapped it around my waist. It's heavy. It's substantial.
You tell me about it now and then.
It's absolutely beautiful. I have one of those at home. Not a PFL Europe belt.
Light heavyweight, right? Your favorite weight class?
That's right.
Yeah.
I just got to remind people that I, at one time, was a PFL light heavyweight champion. Anyway, back to the weigh-ins. Andy?
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner from Marseille, France, Haysim de Hoysh.
Flew out here, came out here to be the alternate. On very short notice, stepping in with a spot in the final at stake.
Official weight, 156 pounds.
And he gets a huge opportunity with this rematch to just 2.5 months later set things right. With a couple small changes, this could be a completely different fight than 2.5 months ago.
And in the red corner, fighting out of Dubai by way of Cork Island, John Mitchell.
John Mitchell faces de Hoysh just a couple months ago.
155.6 pounds.
He's been doing a whole camp preparing for somebody else.
Yes.
Now he's got to do it again.
Very impressive with his takedowns in his last fight. He wasn't happy that he didn't finish the fight. Now he gets the opportunity tomorrow night to show he can do more than just control and open his opponent up with strikes and make the most out of those opportunities.
Our director of fighter operations, Dan Hardy, is actually going to do a quick interview, I think, with John Mitchell. Or maybe we'll have him come down here with us. Come on, John. All right, John. Championship opportunity, which of course would be in Dublin. You're an Irish fighter. How much extra pressure is there to earn yourself a spot on home soil?
Pressure is an absolute privilege, and getting in this tournament, I knew well I was going to be getting to that final, John. So it feels right, and I'm looking forward to proving it tomorrow night.
And look, this is a rerun. You've done this before, right? This is a rematch on short notice. Is it a different fight now that you had a last-minute opponent change?
It's a different fight because I'm different. I just put in the camp of my life. You know, like, generally people don't improve in the camp. I can say hand on my heart that I'm a much, much better fighter than that last fight. And the good thing is I get to show you all.
We talked about it at the airport in the last time. You weren't completely happy with your performance. You were dominant on the floor, but you weren't happy you didn't finish the opponent. Now you get the opportunity tomorrow night.
Yeah, stylistically, if you look at my fights, you know, I've every type of finish there is on my record. I've knockouts, I have TKOs, I have everything, you know, I'm a warmonger. In that fight, I felt like he didn't want to win, so he didn't do much. He wrapped me in his guard. Hopefully today, tomorrow, he tries a bit harder, and it's a bit more exciting, but that's up to him. I'm going to go out and do my best to put an end to it now this time.
Thank you.
Good luck. Dan, with Mr. de Hoysh.
Haysim, so you came in as an alternate. You came in to make weight for us in case this circumstance happened, and you found out this morning that you're competing. What was that emotion like?
T'es venu comme un alternat, t'as fait le poids ce matin, t'as découvert ce matin que tu allais combattre. Comment tu te sens maintenant?
Résilié. Je devais pas combattre. Je combats, je vais tout donner. Je vais tout donner.
I feel resilient. I was not supposed to come, I was not supposed to fight, but now that I'm there, I'm going to give everything.
And this is a rematch, of course. You were unsuccessful the last time. What do you need to do to make this fight different?
C'est un rematch. La dernière fois, tu as perdu. Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire différemment cette fois-ci pour gagner?
Je vais ouvrir le jeu. Je sais qu'il m'a bloqué la dernière fois. Donc là, je vais m'exprimer. Je vais m'exprimer.
I'm going to open the game. Last time you blocked me, but now I'm going to have fun. I'm going to express myself.
Thank you, my friend. Good luck tomorrow.
Next fight, the other half of our lightweight playoff bracket. Dylan Tuch, Jakub Kaszuba.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner from Olsztyn, Poland, Jakub Kaszuba.
Stefan, as you know, Kaszuba representing Poland, but this man lives, trains, works hard in the United States, made the long trip over here.
Official weight, 155.2 pounds.
Absolute monster of a lightweight. He needs to get a hold of Tuch to stop him from moving around and then imply his will on the ground.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner from Bathgate, Scotland, and representing Ireland, Dylan Tuch.
This is an absolute wild man and a huge
Official weight, 155.4 pounds.
Huge lightweight.
Yeah, he's very, very long, and he needs to use that reach. Stay away from Kaszuba, who's physically very, very strong. He needs to move and groove, as he says, and he plans to do just that tomorrow night.
You see the intensity in the face-off. We'll let Dan ask Jakub Kaszuba a question or two first. But welcome the Nuke down here alongside us. Go ahead, Dan.
So, Jakub, talk to me about this, because there's a lot of intensity. He's turned around, he's staring at you right now. There was a lot of intensity throughout Berlin as well for the face-off. Talk to me about this kind of intensity and how you deal with it on fight night.
Just a man who can't control his emotions. So easy. There you go. I can't even talk.
do you like it when you've got someone that's as eager to fight you as this, though?
Yeah, it's exciting. Makes me, I mean, at the end of the day, it's skill, right? He can talk all he wants. In the States, we have these guys who drive these big trucks, and we make a joke about them. So that's how I kind of see it,
And you're feeling calm, confident, quietly confident?
Oh yeah, I know what I'm here to do, and I'm gonna do it.
Good luck, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, you just said it, Dylan Tuch. You don't think Jakub Kaszuba sounds all that confident?
Nah, you couldn't even understand him. He was stuttering there. It was like something out of an Adam Sandler bloody movie. Today, Junior, you know what I mean? Fresh, easy work. Let's do it.
Everybody knows the matchup. He's more of a wrestler, they say. You're more of a striker. What's going to happen tomorrow night?
I'm a brown belt, an elite high-level brown belt. I would not call myself a striker. I'm a brown belt underneath James Dillon and Danny Gray from higher-level MMA. So, yeah, call me a striker all you want, but I think I've got, four rear naked choke finishes on my record. So, yeah, come strike or grapple with me. We'll have some fun.
Dylan, good luck. The Nuke. And there's that lightweight playoff bracket, potentially an all-Irish final in Dublin. Both De Huijs and Kaszuba have other plans, obviously. That brings us to a bantamweight contest. Franz Malambo, Mokhtar Benkassi.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner from Marseille, France, Mokhtar Benkassi.
Another late replacement here, Stefan Struve.
Yeah, Benkassi stepping in late notice to replace
Official weight,
Lutzi.
134.9 pounds.
But he has been training. He was the alternate. He's ready to go. Going to be an amazing fight tomorrow night.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner from Dublin, Ireland, Franz Malambo.
Franz Malambo, talked to him about the preparation for Francesco Nuzzi, but now, of course, he's got a different opponent on about 36 hours notice, still confident.
Official weight, 135.3 pounds.
The good news is that it's not like he's facing a wrestler now. He's facing another striker. He prepared for a striker. Couple small changes. He didn't care at all. He's ready to go.
Dan Hardy standing by with Mokhtar Benkassi. Go ahead, Dan.
Mokhtar, short notice. You came in to make weight, but you found out today that you would be competing. How are you feeling about this?
Mokhtar, tu arrives en short notice, tu as fait le poids, tu as découvert aujourd'hui que tu allais combattre. Comment tu te sens?
Moi, je me sens très bien. Je me suis préparé pour ce combat-là. J'étais prévenu mercredi, mais je suis toujours prêt. De toute façon, on peut m'appeler n'importe quand. Je suis toujours prêt.
I feel ready. I prepare for that fight. I actually knew since Wednesday. I feel ready. I did what I had to do to win this.
And the French MMA fans, they make events very, very special here. Is it important for you to be fighting on this card?
Le public français va faire de cet événement quelque chose d'incroyable. Qu'est-ce que ça représente pour toi de combattre sur cette carte?
Je suis le plus heureux. Dès que le PFL m'a appelé pour ce combat-là, j'étais le plus heureux. Je suis obligé de briller dans cet événement. Toute la France va le regarder avec, comme ça a parlé. Je suis obligé de faire une guerre, clairement.
I was so happy to be on that card. I don't have a choice. I just have to shine. It's going to be a war. I'm going to give my best for the crowd.
Good luck tomorrow night, my friend. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Malambo. Yes. It's a late opponent change. How much does this actually change the fight or your strategy?
Not one bit.
Not one bit.
Bit.
Not one bit at all.
But I have to say, like, big credit to him, like, cause very short notice taking on myself. Big ups to him, like, when I first got the call that Nucci wasn't able to fight, devastation set in straight away. And then right after that, I got the good news that he's stepping in, Benkassi. So, like, I was chuffed in, you know what I mean? It would have been terrible because people keep saying, oh, why didn't you just get a straight through? But for me, that'd be a negative thing. I want to fight right now. And I feel like if I didn't fight till December, you know, the rust to come back. So this is just perfect for me. And I mean, all thanks to Benkassi for taking it. Respect.
Change of opponent, but it's not like you're facing a wrestler now. He's a striker, so that's positive. What do you need to do tomorrow night to win?
I just need to, you know, just show up. Basically, yes, the last time I was here, won and all, but that wasn't me. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like this time you're going to see what Franz Malambo is about.
We can't wait to see that. Thank you.
Franz Malambo, Mokhtar Benkassi, one half of our bantamweight bracket. And this is the other half, Ali Taleb and Khurshid Kokorov.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner from Gelsenkirchen, Germany, Khurshid Kokorov. Official weight, 136 pounds.
Looked really good last time out, Stefan Struve.
Yeah, very elusive fighter, and needs to use that elusiveness because Ali Taleb hits like a truck.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner from Malmö, Sweden, Ali Taleb.
Well, you said it hits like a truck, and it's the left hook specifically that is such a beautiful punch for Taleb.
Official weight, 134 pounds.
Yeah, very good timing in that left hook. 9-0, undefeated. Looks to make another statement tomorrow night against Khurshid Kokorov.
The intensity we saw in Newcastle when we squared these guys off, still there at this weigh-in tonight. Khurshid will stay on stage with Khurshid Kokorov.
This face-off in Berlin stood out. It was very, very intense, both of you guys. Tell me how that's been for training camp. Has it been motivating for you?
Not really. I train same all time, so it doesn't matter who is my opponent. I train always hard, so it doesn't matter who my opponent is, and also it's nothing personal. So if I go in the cage, doesn't matter, you good guy, you bad guy, I try to destroy you all time. If I don't do it, you do. To me, it is all this shit. So it doesn't matter what he say, what not. I try to finish you.
And what do you expect from him tomorrow night?
Oh, for tomorrow night, everything is same. I go in and I do my job. I fight, I enjoy it. So this is all what I want.
I'm very excited for this fight, my friend. Good luck tomorrow. See you there.
All right, Ali Taleb here, besides Stefan and I. We were talking about the left hook. Deadly, precise. How do you make sure you land it tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, brother, you're gonna see a different Ali Taleb. Different punches from every angle. So just don't blink, don't miss the fight, be there, and yeah.
Intense face-off again. Tell me what you're feeling right now.
I'm feeling good, brother. I wanna step in now, do the fight now, not tomorrow, now. But we're waiting tomorrow night.
Kürşad just said it's not personal for him. Is it personal for you?
Every fight is personal for me, every fight. Yeah.
He's a very elusive fighter. How are you going to deal with that tomorrow night?
You're going to see tomorrow night.
Can't wait for that. Thank you.
Ali Taleb, Kürşad Korkharov. We'll round out our bantamweight playoff bracket. There's another look at it. Benkasi Malambo, Korkharov, and Ali Taleb trying to punch a ticket to Dublin, Ireland, December 8th. And for the next fight, Andy Shepherd.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner from Lom Tongo, Baba Najombi.
First ever PFL fighter from the West African nation of Togo.
Official weight, 178.1 pounds.
Yeah, when you talk about PFL, you talk about global. This man's from Africa, fought in Afghanistan, already fought in France. Now he gets the opportunity to fight for the PFL, and can't wait to watch him fight tomorrow night.
And in the red corner, fighting out of Buenos Aires, Argentina, Laureano Staropoli.
Staropoli is making his PFL debut. He thought that was going to happen in New York City on a showcase opportunity. Couldn't get cleared, but he's here in Paris.
Official weight, 180.7 pounds.
Staropoli, a very good striker. He's going to win over former UFC title challenger Thiago Alves, and this matchup is one to watch tomorrow night.
A showcase bout at the catchweight of 180 pounds. Another showcase opportunity next. Izzy Cochon, Enrique Madureira.
In the blue corner, fighting out of Espírito Santo, Brazil, Henrique Madureira.
Huge opportunity for Madureira here.
Official weight, 154.1 pounds.
Hoping to earn an invitation to future lightweight action in the PFL.
Yeah, stepping in late notice for Luigi Vandermini. He's got 5 finished victories in his last 5 fights. Looking to make a statement here tomorrow night.
And in the red corner, fighting out of Avignon, France, Yajit Chouchon.
Expecting a lot of fans in the building tomorrow night at the Zenith for this young man.
Official weight, 156 pounds.
Former professional rugby player. He needs to make this a very physical fight, make it dirty, wear and tear on the Brazilian, and tire him out that way.
right, that showcase bout is official. Up next in the women's flyweight division, a playoff semifinal between Dakota Ditcheva and Cornelia Holm.
Yes, after two exciting showcase bouts just up here on the scales, we now turn our attention back to PFL Europe playoff contest with a very highly anticipated women's flyweight bout. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner from Gothenburg, Sweden, Cornelia Holm.
Hard-fought battle for Cornelia Holm to get to this position in the semifinal.
Official weight, 125.6 pounds.
Yeah, and she showed how to deal with adversity when she got caught with that huge head kick. She fought her way back and earned a decision victory in Newcastle.
And her opponent fighting out of the red corner from Manchester, England, Dakota Ditcheva.
Well, you said it earlier, a lot of people think that this woman is the next big thing in women's mixed martial arts.
Official weight, 124.7 pounds.
She's a world-class striker who gets better every single fight. She showed that in her last fight. She scored a beautiful takedown and a rear naked choke in the first round. I can't think of a bigger talent in women's MMA right now.
Right, Director of Fighter Operations Dan Hardy is with Cornelia Holm.
Big fight this weekend. Of course, you watch Dakota, you know what her game's like. What do you bring to the table tomorrow night that's going to win the fight for you?
I bring experience, I bring cardio, I bring wrestling, I bring the mentality, I bring it.
And you've got the experience, you're an MMA veteran. Do you feel like you're being underestimated in this fight somewhat? And do you feel like you have a point to prove?
A little bit. Like every interview, they talk about Dakota as the hype train. And I understand that. I see that. She is very good. But yeah, so am I.
What do you have to do to get the fight won?
You'll see tomorrow. I will fight.
Good luck. Looking forward to the fight.
All right, Dakota Ditcheva, we talk a lot about your striking prowess, but last time out, we saw the grappling skills as well. Will we see more of that tomorrow night?
Yeah, if that's where she wants to go, I'll take it to the floor. I mean, I can fight anywhere, so I'm happy to do whatever.
You've done your camp for this fight at American Top Team, obviously probably the best gym in the world, a room full of killers there. What has that added to your game?
Yeah, I've done a full camp at Top Team this time, so I mean, I've just had the experience of training with a lot of girls, you know, and a lot of heavier girls, highly experienced and, you know, top level. So, and, you know, I'm holding my own, so there's not really much people can offer me now these days. You know, I'll be in there for a tough fight, but she didn't sound too convinced herself, did she?
You got a huge fight tomorrow night, but as we all know, you're a huge City fan. They're playing tomorrow night, just before your fight. Are you watching, or are you going to be focused on the fight fully?
No, I'm definitely going to watch City if I get time, 100%, you know. They're just as important as my fight. But, I mean, I always say this, I don't get paid like they do, so I need to concentrate a little bit on mine.
Thank you.
Dakota Ditcheva, Cornelia Holm, playoff semifinal, a trip to Dublin on the line in that one. Valentina Skatici has already advanced to the championship. Her opponent was unable to make weight. She gets the walkover victory into Dublin. So whoever wins between Ditcheva and Holm will face Valentina Skatici. And finally, Stefan Struve, everyone's favorite weight class, the light heavyweights. Simeon Powell and Daniel Ladero.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner from Gran Canaria, Spain, Daniel Ladero.
Daniel Ladero, not fully expecting to fight against Simeon Powell, but steps in as the alternate.
Official weight, 205 pounds.
Yeah, Lodero's a fantastic grappler. He came in second in the 2019 ADCC European trials. He got great leg locks, so he's got a big target in front of him tomorrow with two very long legs.
And in the red corner, fighting out of London, England, Simeon Powell.
Smooth Simeon Powell has all the physical tools. He's training hard. He appears to have the right mentality. Is he the next big thing at 205 pounds?
Official weight, 205.9 pounds.
Big E's for sure, Sean. Sean, this comes from me. This man is a gigantic light heavyweight. Can't wait for this matchup tomorrow night.
So I'm going to speak with Daniel Ladero first. Short notice fight. You came in ready though. You were making weight. What's your judgment on your opponent for tomorrow night?
I will do my job. This is a great opportunity for me, and I will give my 100% for win this fight.
And talk to me about the training camp. How did you prepare for this, not knowing who your opponent was going to be?
I am always training. They let me know for 3 weeks ago that I come, and I don't know with who I can fight. Also, this is all new for me and for him.
I'm very excited to watch the fight, my friend. Good luck. See you tomorrow.
All right, Simeon Powell, not just a late opponent change, but potentially a very different skill set. What's your mentality going into this fight tomorrow night?
It doesn't matter for me. I believe I'm the best in this division, so I'm just going to go out there and prove it.
Well, just like Dakota, we saw in your last outing, right? You uncorked some grappling skills. He's a grappler. You comfortable if this fight goes to the floor?
I'm comfortable everywhere, but the man's a black belt, so I'm going to fucking knock him out, do you know what I mean?
Simple as that. He's a very good leg lock specialist. Are you, afraid is not the right word, but are you aware of that?
No, because leg locks in MMA, I just punch him in the face, you know what I mean?
That works. You heard it from Simeon Powell. Leg locks do not work in mixed martial arts. Huge light heavyweight contest tomorrow night with a trip to Dublin on the line, and of course, potentially a 205-pound championship. The winner of that first light heavyweight bout will face the winner of this next one, Anthony Salomon, Jakub Nedo.
In the blue corner, fighting out of Ljubljana, Slovenia, Jakub Nedo.
This man is a monstrous athlete.
Official weight, 206 pounds.
Sean, this happened in Newcastle, and it's a moment I will never forget because he credited his handball background for that jab knockout.
Yeah, team handball. He was on the Olympic track in Slovenia at one point. Glad to have him in the sport of MMA.
Absolute monster.
And in the red corner, fighting out of Lille, France, Anthony Salomon.
You heard it from the crowd there. They call him the White Bear. Anthony Salomon added some weight and size to really make himself a factor.
Official weight, 206 pounds.
Like Nedo, also coming from a different sports background, but he comes from wrestling, although in his last fight, he finished his opponent with a beautiful set of uppercuts. Can't wait how much he has progressed again tomorrow night.
Height and reach advantage, probably a weight advantage as well. You're the bigger fighter, but he has the hometown crowd. Who has the biggest advantage?
I don't want to underestimate the fighter, but you will see it tomorrow. You can put pressure on me, but diamonds are made under the pressure. I will shine.
And what do you expect from him as an opponent? Do you think he's going to stand and trade with you, or do you expect to have to grapple?
I think once he will feel this power, he will try to go in a clinch and try to wrestle with me. So yeah, that's what I expect.
I'm excited for you, my friend. Good luck tomorrow night.
We can get a translator over here real quick, then we'll talk with Anthony Salomon, the White Bear. All right. Dan just said it. You're fighting on home soil, a Parisian crowd. You're the favorite, at least for the fans. How do you come out victorious tomorrow night?
Tu combats à la maison, tu es le favori des fans. Comment est-ce que tu gagnes demain?
TKO?
Technical knockout.
TKO is how you think this happens.
Why not?
Why not? You do have a grappling background, right? But we've seen your striking improve. Do you feel like you can be comfortable standing and get a win on the feet in this fight?
Tu as un background de grappling, mais on sait que voilà, tu as augmenté ton pied-point. Comment est-ce que tu dois gagner ce combat?
Vous demandez beaucoup de choses quand même. Ben non, le combat il se passera comme il se passera. Peu importe, dans tous les cas, je pense que la victoire sera au bout. Donc je peux pas prévoir à l'avance, mais j'ai ma tactique et je suis très confiant.
You ask a lot, but at the end of the day, I have my strategy and I'm going to win it, so it's a win.
Not giving away the game plan. Smart. Good luck, Anthony Salomon. There's your light heavyweight bracket one more time. Simeon Powell, Daniel Ladero, Jacob Neto, Anthony Salomon. Winners advance to a December 8th championship. 100 grand on the line and that gold belt we showed you earlier in Dublin. Tickets are available now.
PFL Europe Championship coming to Dublin, Ireland on Friday, December 8th.
And another one! Dakota Digivo, right hand and a hammer fist! Another knockout for Dakota Digivo!
Simeon Powell now looks for a gift wrap into an arm triangle. Beautiful work.
He's got enough.
He's out! He's out! Technical submission!
What a finish from Simeon Powell!
Europe's best fighters in a dramatic season-ending global event. 8 fighters, 4 weight classes. $400,000 in total prize money and 4 world title belts on the line.
What a stoppage!
Now he says, get behind the head.
And he's got it!
Get your tickets for the PFL Europe Championship coming to Dublin, Ireland on Friday, December 8th. Go to www.ticketmaster.ie.
Stellar card tomorrow night. A showcase bout here. This is our co-main event. The Lazy King, Abdul Agimov, Brad Wheeler.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner from Romford, Essex, England, Brad Wheeler.
Wheeler very happy and relieved to finally get a pro fight booked. It's been a layoff for him, but he is ready tomorrow.
Official weight, 180.7 pounds.
Yeah, almost 4 years out of the game, but he can make a huge statement tomorrow in his comeback fight against Abdul Abdurragimov.
And in the red corner, fighting out of Nantes, France, Abdul Abdurragimov.
Huge fan favorite, massive following. The Lazy King.
Official weight, 178.5 pounds.
Absolute incredible athlete. Submission master, as I just said. 6 wins in his last 6 fights. 5 submissions. All 5 were different submissions. This man is an absolute submission phenom.
Brad, a short notice fight, but you're a veteran of the MMA game, right? We came up on the same shows. I know how tough and how durable you are, but a short notice fight, does it feel different for you?
No, not at all. It's another day in the office. You know, it doesn't matter if it's in the gym, in the cage. I'm doing the same job.
You know, just because I haven't been active doesn't mean I haven't been training, you know. And I'm looking forward. It's a massive opportunity. I'm taking it with both hands, you know. I'm putting myself on the radar with a spectacular performance.
Do you like the fact that the pressure's on him because people expect him to get the win here? Do you feel like you're kind of coming in with nothing to lose and everything to gain?
No, exactly that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm supposed to lose, you know, and so I've got no pressure on me. And I know if I go in there and put on the best performance, you know, I'll get the W.
And I feel like we're going to see a new Brad Wheeler that we've never seen before. Am I right?
100%. Wait to see what happens tomorrow.
Good luck, my friend. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, I want to take a look at what we just saw here, Stefan Struve. Can I get a replay on the Lazy King's entrance?
Sean,
Not lazy.
I want to see you do that too.
I'm gonna have to practice that a few times before I attempt it,
Just a few.
especially on television. The Lazy King. Brad Wheeler says no pressure on him. Are you feeling the pressure in front of a massive crowd?
It's the same for me, no pressure, because in life I accept anything, win or lose. I'm a jiu-jitsu practitioner, so I know how to lose, you know. So no pressure. I just gonna try to do what I know. That's simple.
You talk about the jiu-jitsu. It appears, at least on paper, that your biggest advantage here is in the grappling. Is this going to be a fight on the ground?
Yes, of course. Everybody, it's no secret for anybody that I'm a grappler, but it's MMA. I always try to improve as an MMA fighter. So we'll see what's gonna happen. If I can strike, I'm gonna strike. So let's go.
Brad's been out for almost 4 years. Is it hard for you to deal with that? Do you know what to expect tomorrow night?
Yes, of course. It's for me. It's better to know a known opponent, you know, because you know what to expect. So that's why I don't want to underestimate him and also not overestimate him. So I'm gonna choose the golden middle and do the best.
He's a black belt. He's got a lot of submission wins. He's got only 1 submission loss in 31 professional fights. Is that gonna be the same after tomorrow night?
That we will discover tomorrow in Discovery Channel. So let's see. I'm like you. I am excited to see what's gonna happen.
Thank you.
The Lazy King, ladies and gentlemen, and a showcase bout. And that, of course, brings us to a highly anticipated main event. Cedric Doumbé, Jordan Zebo.
First, fighting out of the blue corner, from Paris, France, Jordan Zebo. Official weight 170.8 pounds.
Well, if the visual picture is not enough for the folks at home, this man is a monster of an athlete.
Yeah, I was going to say the exact same thing. And we talk about Cedric Doumbé's striking, but if you've seen the head kick knockout in Zebo's last fight, this is going to be one hell of an entertaining fight.
Undefeated as a pro mixed martial arts so far.
And in the red corner, fighting out of Paris, France, Cedric Doumbé.
Well, it is a sold-out crowd at Zenith tomorrow, and a lot of people say it's because that man is in the main event.
Once his fight get announced, all the tickets were gone.
Official weight 169.9 pounds.
Multiple weight world champion in the sport of kickboxing. So far unblemished as a pro mixed martial artist.
Especially at the last part of his career, he walked through everybody they put in front of him. All knockouts, he wanted a new challenge. He got a new challenge over here at PFL.
What are you going to talk about? You want to stay here and talk?
Yeah. I just wanna say something to Jordan, and also something for all the people who are watching us. J'ai envie de dire un truc à tous regardez et tous ceux qui ont suivi un peu ce qui s'est passé avec Jordan sur les réseaux sociaux. So I take this chance. Everybody is watching me on live to apologize to Jordan. Donc je saisis cette opportunité pour vraiment présenter mes excuses à Jordan parce que I receive a lot of messages on social media because nobody knows, but I send by mail a mattress to Jordan because I say that I talk a lot of shit. I say that I will knock him out and he need a mattress to take rest. Donc je lui ai envoyé un matelas à la maison. Je lui ai dit qu'il avait besoin d'un matelas pour se reposer. C'est vrai que c'était pas très cool. Moi, je suis habitué au trash talk, mais là, j'ai reçu beaucoup de messages de ses fans qui m'ont dit que tu avais un peu dépassé les bornes. So a lot of fans of Jordan send me message like this one was too much. It's not good. He's a kind guy. Ils m'ont dit que c'était un mec gentil. Il a toujours le sourire, always the smile. So that's why I want to take this chance to apologize. And just later, earlier in a day, I was like, what type of people can send a mattress without sending me like a pillow? You know, je me suis dit, c'est quel genre de personne peut envoyer un matelas sans envoyer d'oreiller? So that's why I have a present for Jordan. Good night, Jordan. Thank you very much.
Jordan, this must be a fight like never before for you. How are you feeling? Still smiling?
Yes, still smiling, and it's fun. It's a fight like another with a good guy.
Is it an honor to fight Cedric? Because he's a very famous fighter. You have an opportunity to make a big name for yourself here.
Yes, a big name, big opportunity in a big organization, and it's nice. I like the feeling. I like the fun in the fight week. It's good.
Keep smiling, my friend. I'm enjoying this. All week's been great with you. Enjoy the fight and good luck.
All right, I've got Cedric Doumbé, and I've also got a brand new pillow. I don't speak French, but I do know that says "Good night, Jordan." Good night, Jordan. You sent the mattress. Now you're giving him the pillow. Does that mean we get a knockout tomorrow night?
Of course. I was like, Cedric, you're rude. How can you send a mattress without sending a good pillow? So I chose a very good picture, who is a very face familiar to him, very like no stressful face, for him to take a good nap.
You showed you are also not afraid to go to the ground in your first 4 professional fights. What about tomorrow night? How fast do you think he's going to shoot for takedowns once you start, lining him up for your strikes?
I'm telling you guys, I know, my level has improved a lot since the last time. I really feel good on the ground, and especially because I know that Jordan is not that, his level is not that high on the ground. So that's why I feel very confident to even go on the ground with him and roll with him. But that's not the game plan, of course. I'm a better striker, I'm a better kickboxer, so I will try to stay up. But if he got that chance to take me down, I will not be afraid, and I can submit him.
Thank you. Good luck tomorrow night.
Good night.
Cedric Doumbé.
Thank you.
Good night. That's our main event. No more fighters to put on the scale, so here's how the showcase fights look. Cedric Doumbé, Jordan Zebo, who just weighed in the main event, the Lazy King and Brad Wheeler in the co-main showcase, and some incredible matchups, including one in the women's flyweight division to start the card. The real business, though, takes place in the PFL Europe playoff brackets. Simeon Powell, Daniel Ladero, Jacob Neto, Anthony Salomon at 205 pounds. Women's flyweight looks like this. Whoever wins between Dakota Ditcheva and Cornelia Holm faces Valentina Skatici, who's into the championship on a walkover because of missed weight. The lightweights, it's Haysem Dehoish and John Mitchell in a rematch. Dylan Tuke, Jakob Kashuba. Could be an all-Irish final on Irish soil. And at bantamweight, Mokhtar Benkassi and Franz Malambo. Khurshid Kokorov, Ali Taleb. Sean O'Connell, Stefan Struve, Dan Hardy for another minute before we send you away until tomorrow night. Dan, not only the playoffs, not only the PFL taking this whole thing global, creating a path, a Champions League in the sport of mixed martial arts, but Cedric Doumbé in a main event.
I know, it's special, isn't it? It just feels like a special event. I mean, you know, the playoffs, of course, is a special occasion for us, but to have Cedric joining us, and of course Zebo, a very, very formidable opponent, and the Lazy King as well, and a veteran of the UK scene, Brad Wheeler. It's just a great card, top to bottom. And Chanel Dyer, don't miss the first fight of the night. Chanel Dyer making a PFL debut against Luisa Cifuentes.
Stefan, you came up through the European mixed martial arts scene. When you did so, you didn't have a path laid out like this with a belt like that on the line.
No, absolutely phenomenal to have this. And I really look at this card like, if we look back on this card in a couple of years, the names that are on this card right now, there's potential for superstars, so much potential for superstars. We're really going to look back and be like, man, did all these fighters fight on the same night in Paris?
12 fights at the Zenith tomorrow in Paris. It is a sold-out show. Sorry, you missed your opportunity to get tickets. I'm going to be there. Dan's going to be there. Stefan Struve's going to be there. You should join us watching on your television, or if you've got tickets, be in the building. History will be made tomorrow night in Paris.
It's the PFL Europe Playoffs.
What a stoppage!
The battle started in Newcastle, England this past March. And our fighters set the MMA world on fire.
She's got it! Falls under the chin! Wow! So impressive! Match tight! He's out!
What a finish from Simeon Powell!
Then it was on to Berlin.
What a finish by Ali to left! Oh, there it is! On the left hand! Spin by Lewis McGrillen!
From Paris, France, from over 10 countries, 4 weight classes. And the biggest signing from the sport of kickboxing makes his exclusive PFL MMA premiere. 2-time world champion Cedric Doumbé.
I'm the best MMA fighter in the world. I want to make history. That's why I'm here.
Hang on. We're about to light up Paris, France. It's time for the PFL Europe Playoffs.